Today on Hey We're Talking, Briping, piping, who knows?
Put that in your pipe and smoke it. I can't believe I said that.
I can't believe Derek didn't promote his channel already. Gosh.
Hello there, YouTube, podcast land, Facebookers. It's us, the three amigos, the three stooges, the three, what else could you call us? Three what else's?
The wise men.
The three wise men. Derek pulls one out of nowhere. I like it. The three wise men. Welcome to Hayward. Go ahead.
Boontar called us something, and I forget what it was.
He calls us knuckleheads because Derek called us knuckleheads. Or you did too on the opening thing, remember? You were like, see if you can listen to these three knuckleheads.
And the only reason I said it was because...
Of the Three Stooges, yeah.
Boontar. No, Boontar said
that was after Boontar. We did ours first, and then he copied and called us knuckleheads. It's okay, though. Who cares? Any which way, welcome to Hey We're Talking. We've got Bob. We've got Derek. Hey, do you notice, do I always say Bob first on accident? Because I don't do it on purpose. But Derek, do you notice, do I not put you first?
You usually put me first.
Oh, I do? Okay. Usually I say Derek and then Bob.
Yeah, I mean, I'm first, so...
Okay, all right.
It usually happens that way.
I've never noticed it as long as I get introduced.
Okay.
That's important.
And then I'm Scott. So there you go. But this is Hey We're Talking, and that's the kind of classy, all in, just wonderful professional introduction that you can expect on this show on a regular basis. It was weird. It was weird. I was all over the place today. It's because I didn't want to go, hey everybody. When I'm editing the shows, like saying that. Yeah, but when I'm editing the shows, I just, because at the beginning, like when you're trying to line everything up and I'm like, hey everybody, and then I have to, hey everybody, and I hear it so many times that I'm like, oh my gosh, stupid. So yeah,
but you get comfortable saying it, and it's just kind of one of those things.
My biggest thing though was I didn't want to do, like, I think I've talked about this before, I didn't want to do like the most YouTubers that you listen to, they're like, hey guys. I hate that. I hate it. There's that, and they're talking about stuff, and they'll be like, well, you guys told me that you wanted to see this, so you know what, guys? Hey, guys. Okay, hey, guys. That guys. And I'm like, oh, my gosh, shut up.
How about hey, y'all?
Hey, y'all.
Okay. Hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all. If it comes from a piper who might be a nurse or a male, I'm cool with that. Other than that, no, it's not good.
I was gonna say, why are we doing it like, hey y'all, like we're very effeminate in the way we're saying it?
Yeah, that's how. Well, no, Tyler. I mean, that's how he talks with that southern draw. No, that's how he talks with that southern draw. And he's, hey y'all, and it's awesome. It's perfect. He's the only one that
he
can get away with it.
He doesn't say hey y'all. He used to say hey guys. That's what he
would guys.
Say. Yeah. Man.
I miss Tyler. I wish I could hang out with that guy.
Tyler, he obviously listens to the show. He was like, hey guys, here's some stuff to support you on the show. We sent him a t-shirt. He said he got it, but I don't know. I never saw. Hey Tyler, I never saw like an Instagram pic of your shirt. Not that you have to do that, but everybody else so far has basically, put the shirt on and shown us.
I think his life just got really busy. Didn't he switch jobs and crash 4 more cars or something?
No, he did not crash. Someone crashed into him, by the way.
Okay, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Well, he had a string of bad luck, man.
He did. I'm saying, why am I laughing about it? It was terrible.
That was like 3 years ago.
I know. What a story, Mark. Exactly. Yeah. That's where we need to get these drops on the show.
What a story, Mark.
What a story, Mark.
We've all, for the viewer, like, what is going on? All right, we're talking about our friend Tyler, who you don't know.
Yeah.
And we're referencing The Room, which you may or may not have seen. We've talked about it on the show, but we've all recently watched it, watch the Disaster Artist,
the real Room, like the real movie,
the Tommy Wiseau. And so we're all we've got it on the brain. We're all like,
hi, Mark.
And just so everybody knows, I'm just going to put this out there. If you're like, oh, I'm going to go watch The Room, is basically just like as many sex scenes as you can fit. They're really dumb sex scenes, but they are sex scenes nonetheless. They're so dumb. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to save this because there's a rumor that we may be talking about this.
Yeah, like in length. So it's going to be...
I'm going to shut up about it for right now because, gosh dang it. So, oh my gosh. Okay. So today on the show, Bob sent us this thing. He sent this thing, and I thought he was like wanting to talk the whole show about this
No,
item.
it was just something to bring up and talk about.
It's called a Bripe, like BRIPE.
We're running out of ideas. We're officially...
Shut up, Derek. You're not supposed to tell people.
We run out of content. We run out of ideas.
It's not true.
We have nothing.
According to the spreadsheet, we still got a lot of stuff on here.
Listen,
into the third quarter, technically.
You guys just pipe down with your running out of ideas, because the truth is there's so many ideas. We haven't even scratched the surface. We really haven't. We could talk about anything. That's what's so great about this show. We could literally talk about anything. We've stumbled onto some stuff that we had no idea would be such a big deal, like the flat earth stuff.
Which I think we do need to get into a deeper show on that.
Oh, we're going to. Because
we have to.
Just the sheer enjoyment that I have of watching people disrespect us on the YouTube channel is fantastic. It's so fun to have people tell us we're stupid.
I know.
Because we don't. That's the thing. We're stupid because we don't believe in the flat earth. You guys,
right?
You need to do your own research here.
So we're gonna do some more research on that, and we're gonna actually talk about it and figure out, like, break down why people think it's a flat earth, and then we'll just laugh at them.
And not only that, there seems to be like a common thread of people that believe it. At least famous people. I'm just gonna say that. Famous people. There seems to be like this kind of like weird subset of people that actually believe this stuff that are kind of famous. I don't know if you'd even say they're famous, but they're celebrities, quote unquote. So we'll have to talk about that. All right. But Bob sent us this thing. I wish we could like literally play the video right now for people.
Well, I'm not going to play the video, but on my screen, I will show it. It won't help for you all listen to the podcast, but just Google it. Just Google
Briping. Briping.com. It's very hard to see, Bob. Pull back a little bit. There you go. So here's the deal. It looks like a pipe, okay? It almost kind of looks like, and this is no offense, I don't want to say this because I don't want to make Hector feel like it's like his pipe, because it's not, but it's got some similar characteristics to a radiator pipe.
Yeah, it does.
But it's so stupid. Unlike Hector's pipes, this thing looks stupid.
This thing looks like a tobacco pipe is what this thing. It looks,
but
like
it's not.
It looks like a copper or a brass tobacco pipe. And there's Bob holding up an actual Hector Weeb radiator pipe, which
go a little towards your microphone with it.
Awesome.
There you go. Show them the bottom, because that's what makes it a radiator.
The base of it.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Anyway, all right, go ahead, Derek.
The audio people, the audio podcasts are like, what are y'all showing us?
Yeah,
look it up. You got time.
Explain what it is, though. Go ahead.
What are we talking? What am I explaining? The radiator pipe?
Yeah.
Or the
what
Bripe?
is the radiator pipe? Explain it.
Well, the radiator pipe is a tobacco pipe, and you have this interchangeable system of bowls and stems. The stem is made out of aluminum and stainless steel, and then the top part, the bowl, the part where you load the tobacco in, you got a bunch of different briar wooden bowls, and you can change them out. But what it does is the metal stem creates an additional chamber to trap moisture and cool down the smoke. So what you have is a cooler, drier smoke.
Yeah.
So it's more enjoyable. That's basically it. It's like a calabash.
And so people that don't understand smoking tobacco pipes, one of the things that can happen is you can burn your tongue if you're like, puffing away and or going at it too hard, or you're, whatever the case may be. So this is something that can kind of help a little bit with that, is what I'm assuming. Correct, Eric?
Yeah. And not so much tongue burn, but there can be things like tongue bite,
right?
It's kind of a chemical reaction, which can kind of blister your tongue a little bit. But
it's that whole thing. Go ahead.
Hashtag dead air. Then it makes you super sensitive to hot, to cold, to things like that. Once you get that tongue bite, and it just becomes it's like sandpaper on your tongue. It becomes very irritating, and it does burn in a sense just because it's irritated.
It might have something to do with that whole idea of putting tobacco in your mouth. I don't know. Crazy idea.
Well, but what a radiator pipe, what things like falcon pipes or calabash pipes, they cause the actual physical smoke to be cooler and drier, which is more pleasing. It's more aesthetically pleasing. It's just more enjoyable to take that in and smoke that.
Yeah. So,
in my opinion.
So this Bripe, this Briping.com thing is very similar in look. Nothing to do with smoking a pipe, though.
Yeah. No, it's not a tobacco pipe. It's a coffee maker.
It is. It's so stupid.
It's a coffee maker.
It's so dumb. And it's so little. It's literally like, as the guy, I watched the video, and as the guy's like doing this, I'm thinking to myself, how much coffee is this going to make? And to no one's surprise, as you're watching the video, it's literally like, I don't even think it's a shot. Do you even think it equals a shot of coffee?
It might. It might
it's
equal
so
a shot.
Little. It's so little.
I was trying to find out on their website, which I'm on now, briping.com, and it doesn't say like how much it holds. It doesn't say any of that. So it's kind of different. That's for sure.
And on the video, you guys have to go watch this. We'll link to it. But in the video, this guy, he takes some water like out of his water bottle, I think, and just pours it into this thing. Then he just dumps the grounds in there. Then he takes out his, basically like a cigar lighter.
Yeah, a blowtorch lighter.
And it's got a little temperature thing on the top, a thermometer. And he just uses his lighter on the bottom of this thing. It's got cork on it so you won't burn your finger, because he's heating up the brass, So yep. He's cooking this thing up. He gets it to 185 degrees, and then he sips it through the pipe stem.
He blows the water through the coffee. He blows the hot water through the coffee grounds.
Yep. Is that what it is?
It's basically a portable mocha pot.
It's so dumb.
It's kind of it's like Italian espresso. Like the stovetop espressos, Google Mocha Pot, and MOKA, and you basically boil the water, and the boiling water gets pushed through coffee grounds, and it comes out and catches into this receptacle, and you can drink it.
It's so stupid.
But it's portable, and and it doesn't address the idea of grinding it. Where do you grind it? Because he's talking about this is the freshest, best coffee. And by the way, the dude looks like a shirtless hippie, on the top of a mountain, with his holding his.
Well, that's his whole sell, is that you can take it on hikes. And I'm like, you can take totally better coffee things on hikes than this. You could just pack your AeroPress in your backpack.
Absolutely.
And if you have like a little stove or you have a fire or anything, you just warm up that water, put it in your AeroPress, and you're good to go. It's so stupid. Yeah, they even have handheld grinders, for crying out loud.
Yes, that are designed to fit actually into the AeroPress, and that is the more logical portable thing. I mean, I guess if you are you need something to a heat source, sure. What's Bob doing? Bob, are you falling asleep on us?
He's getting ready to say something, but we keep talking over him.
No, it's okay.
Sorry.
I'm just waiting for the right time.
My connection's weird, so not everybody's hand signals might be going through.
It's okay. Bob, what are you going to say about Briping?
Yeah.
So, I just want to let you guys know the Bripe Coffee Brew Kit. It comes with the coffee brew pipe. It comes with a quad jet torch, a useful variable filter, reusable variable filter, a thermometer, a carrying case, and a coffee tube. It's basically just a tube that seals up that you can put your ground coffee into. You can get all this today.
For how much?
$59.99.
Get right out of here. No.
Does that include a method for grinding your coffee?
No, you have to bring already ground coffee with you.
Yeah, so
if you're very serious about like taking hikes and stuff and you're like a camper or whatever and you're really into coffee, I bet you there are so many other way better ways to make your coffee than this. It's unbelievable.
But
I would like to try one though.
Why?
I'm not going to spend $60 on it just to try it. I'd like to try it, but I'm not spending $60 on this thing.
I don't know. Get
I
you a
feel
mocha
bad that
pot.
we're crapping all over this guy's invention.
You can get a mocha pot
stupid.
for $10 on eBay.
Yeah.
And it'll create like a better. You'll have more controlled conditions. But what I love is like the guys like you get a shot of coffee. It's like the best coffee you ever had. You get a shot of coffee.
A shot.
And he did say it is the best coffee you've ever had.
A shot.
It's not espresso. Like a shot of espresso is something.
Yeah.
A cup of coffee is something. A shot of coffee is not something.
It's not much, that's for sure. I'm not sure who that's going to affect. Like, if you're sitting there on the hike and you're like, boy, I'm really dragging here. I got to get some caffeine. I need a shot of coffee.
I don't know who this guy is. Maybe Billy Bripe. Maybe that's his name.
Billy Bripe.
If you want to come on Hayward Talk
R.I.P. to
and
real
sell
Billy.
if you want to sell the Bripe, and
hey, if the Bripe wants to sponsor the show, we're going to ask for the money in advance. Let's just say that.
And 3 Bripes.
Yeah, we need some Bripes. That's for
so
sure.
We can try them out. I did. If you go on YouTube, you'll see tons of videos about it. Death Wish coffee. Somebody was trying that, through this thing. That's the coffee that's got the highest caffeine content in it. There's tons of videos on YouTube about it. They've got their own little channel with their videos, and that's what I linked to you guys. But I saw it today, and I'm like, that's an my brother actually sent me it, and I'm like, that's an interesting thing. So we at least have to touch on it a little bit.
Guess what you're all getting for Christmas?
A Bripe. Hey, speaking of, when you mentioned Death Wish coffee, I just wanted to say, and by the way, Death Wish coffee, if you want to sponsor the program, we're all in it. We'll do it. We'll totally do it. But
I love that joke.
That Death Wish coffee, does that scare you guys at all?
Isn't it like the over roasted coffee that they add caffeine to?
I have no idea how they actually do it, but it's like I've read people that'll talk about how it makes them feel, and they're like saying, I got heart palpitations and stuff. It terrifies me. It really does.
So they say on their website, Death Wish coffee is created by using the strongest combination of beans in a perfect roasting process.
Perfect.
Is it dark roasted though?
That's what I'm looking through right now.
They have a whole bunch of different types of roasts, but
because these uber macho, military style coffee, Black Rifle coffee, Death Wish coffee. They make, they're all about, it's dark, it's strong, it'll caffeine the crap out of you, it'll make you crap yourself.
But from what I understand and things I've looked at, aren't lighter roasts more caffeinated than darker roasts?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
The longer you roast the coffee for, the more the caffeine burns up, the more the flavor burns up.
Yeah.
So you're not really tasting.
That's why I don't understand. When people
Go ahead. That's why they call lighter roast breakfast blends.
Yeah,
because
it's to wake you up,
drink
right?
them at breakfast. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing that's so crazy to me is there's so many people that are like, oh, I'm really into the dark roast. And I'm like, I don't understand. I don't get it.
There's so much caffeine. It's like, no,
it's
like,
the
this
opposite.
is so strong. Yeah, it's like even my mother-in-law or family members, when I give them like a shot of espresso or something that's like maybe darker roasted, they're like, oh my God, this is so strong. I'm going to be shaken. I'm like, not really.
It is. It has to be. It's all mental, because I know, like way back in the day when I would when I first started going to Starbucks every once in a while, and I would get a drink there because their beans are just terribly over roasted all the time. It seems like to me. I think it tastes like burnt all the time, but I remember going there and having like just a straight black coffee from there, like their Pike's Peak blend or whatever, and it was a little darker. And just thinking to myself after I drank it, I was like, oh gosh, my heart is just like pounding right now. So much caffeine, this dark stuff. And then I started, like, as I started learning about coffee, and I found out that the lighter roasts are the ones that have more caffeine. And the thing that's so funny is I went to the lighter roasts because I was scared those darker roasts were going to over-caffeinate me. Little did I know, I was over-caffeinating myself with the light roasts. Yes, Bob.
So I'll give you a little comparison of milligrams of caffeine from Death Wish compared to something you could pick up by your house. So McDonald's, 9.1 milligrams of caffeine per fluid ounce.
Okay.
Okay, that's all right. Let's go to Dunkin' Donuts because I love Dunkin' Donuts coffee. That one is 12.7 milligrams per fluid ounce.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll hit Starbucks. Starbucks is 20.6 milligrams per fluid ounce.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Big jump from McDonald's.
Yeah.
Death Wish is 54.2 milligrams
for the love of God.
per ounce.
Why?
I don't know.
I see that stuff. That stuff literally scares me. It's like the first time I had a Red Bull, I was really scared that my heart was going to explode. It didn't, thank goodness. But
yeah,
we
need to get Chris. We need to get Chris Bean back on for more coffee talk. We got a lot of good response from that.
Yeah, we did.
And I know I know a lot of people ordered coffee from Chris.
Yeah.
From Numa Coffee. And I think
still have the stuff up on our shows. So if you want to go check it out, just use the coupon code HWT, get 20% off your first order from Chris.
Off.
That's NumaCoffee.com. So NumaCoffee.com.
And one of our listeners, who is a pipe maker and a YouTube pipe presenter, Jim DeShane from JD Smoking Pipes. He's a great pipe maker. I need to get some of his pipe.
I have one over there.
Okay. You do? You actually have a Jim DeShane?
Go grab it while he's talking.
That's cool.
Okay.
That's cool. Anyway, Jim contacted me. He said that coffee episode kind of spoke to him, and he was like, I'm going to get into it. He's thinking about getting an espresso maker. He's already getting like an AeroPress, a grinder, a Chemex.
Wow.
And he ordered some coffee from.
We sent him off into the. Yeah, show your pipe. Let's see it.
Yeah, this is a Jim DeShane bent Dublin.
Pull back a little bit, buddy.
It's awesome.
It is beautiful pipe. I like it. I like the rusticated look, by the way. I just do. I know that smooth is nice too, but I like some of those rusticateds with, especially if they add a little smooth element to it. I love those.
Sandblasted, rusticated.
Yeah.
They're cool.
Yeah,
they're very cool.
Jim's pipes his smooth pipes are gorgeous. So I'm getting the itch.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
This is part of the thing, because we were going to talk a little bit about pipes today. I will tell you this. When you get into this pipe world, here's what happened to me. Now, I'm not as much of a smoker as Derek, and I don't think Derek is as much of a smoker as Bob. But when I got into it, you just get fixated on these beautiful, they're like works of art. They really are.
Oh yeah, they are.
As you start to get into it, you're like, because you go and you get your first one, you usually get like a corncob pipe, or you go get a pipe from your local tobacconist, like whatever they have, whatever kind of briar they have sitting around. And next thing you know, you see these other people with these pipes, and you're just like, wow, that's beautiful. And then you're on eBay, or you're on whoever's website, and next thing you know, you're hundreds and hundreds of dollars into these pipes. It's addictive. It really is.
I love stalking people's pipes on Instagram and just like, man, I wish I could have that. I wish I could have that. You know, Ian Barnes has been making some awesome pipes the Chicago Pipe Show. You know, Jim DeShane, I believe he's coming to the Chicago Pipe Show. He always does.
He was there at the one that we did a long time ago, where we did some videos from there.
Yeah, he's been there. He was there last year too. That's where I got that pipe from. And he always goes. He makes some awesome pipes. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of great guys to see and purchase pipes from. Phil Rivera, I don't own one of his yet, but I will eventually. He won't be at the Chicago Pipe Show, but he's always making pipes like crazy.
Yeah.
So.
And then if you're just starting to get into it too, there's still even like these, I don't want to say mid-grade, because I like them still. You got like the Dagners and the Bones and stuff like that. You've got some of these pipes that, OMS, like you can get these things that look really cool, but are not like handmade pipes. They're like production pipes.
Factory pipes.
Yeah, so there's ways to get into it. And if you're... I heard somebody saying the other day, it was when we were talking with Tim about cigars and pipes, and he was like, yeah, the pipe people just seem like these really like nerdy, smart people. And I think it's so funny because I'm not saying there aren't nerdy, smart people that smoke pipes, but most of the people that we know are like people that are into like motorcycles and, you know, drinking whiskey. And, you know, it's not like most of the people that I see, I don't see like these really nerdy cardigan wearing type people that smoke pipes. I mean, there are.
No, they're just regular people, just like you know, cigar smokers. But yeah, there is a level of, and then again, there is in the cigar community. You get to a certain level with pipes or cigars, people that just collect the pipes to collect them and don't even smoke them. And, you know, some guys that won't smoke anything under, you know, $30 and for a cigar. And, you know, you get that in every crowd. But yeah, some of the uppity pipe smokers are, they're different. They're a different kind of person.
Be. The whole thing about pipe smoking is, I think it's like something that you have to. The thing that a lot of people like about it is you have to slow down and kind of take your time to do it. You don't just cram stuff in there and start puffing away. Although I think when you get good at it, like it probably doesn't take you very long, Bob, to put a pipe together and smoke it.
No, not at all.
Like I'm just picturing Jimmy, you know, I bet you it doesn't take him very long to get a pipe loaded up and start smoking it. So
no, once you do it long enough, I mean, it's pretty simple to load a pipe.
And you guys don't clean your pipes out. You just let it build up so it turns different colors, unlike me. I sit there and scrape out every little last bit.
No, I pretty much I'll smoke a pipe for a day. Yeah. And then I'll wipe it out and put it back on the thing and let it sit there.
And basically you're just letting it air out then? Is that what your thought
is?
Because
to me, the moisture builds up in every pipe just because I guess I just drool everywhere when I smoke a pipe.
You do drool. We're going to talk to you about that.
I put a pipe cleaner in it, you know, wipe it out and let it sit. And I'm not worried about the briar resting. Some people believe that you have to let the briar rest so it doesn't crack or this or that. I've never had that problem. I honestly don't believe in it after talking to as many pipe makers I have about it. So me, it's just moisture buildup. Put a pipe cleaner in it, let it rest. I'll get back to it in a few days when it dries out or whatever. So,
Derek, we're gonna wrap the show up here. Derek, what you always have these episodes on your YouTube channel where you give some ideas to new pipe smokers. If you could give the listeners just one little tip on pipe smoking today, I know I caught you off guard with this. What would you say? Let's give them one tip on the way out.
Well, one of the things you said is that you said is to be patient, is to slow down. It's a big thing, is to have patience, slow down your cadence, slow down your smoking, I guess, rhythm. Yeah. But that is a great tip. That would probably be my number one. But another one would be just don't give up. Because there is a bit of a learning curve, and once you do figure out the right way to load it, you figure out the right way to get it lit, and you figure out a slower smoking cadence, it becomes a lot more enjoyable. I personally have had to, I've quit. I quit smoking pipes because I would go and get, here's another one. Get a well-behaved, dry tobacco. Get something that's beginner friendly. You know, don't start off with like a fresh Virginia flake. Start smoking something that's like a nice ribbon cut that's got a good moisture level, easy to smoke.
Yeah. So before we go, since you have a lot of videos about this, tell people about your YouTube video website so that people can come, and you have tutorials and all sorts of stuff, and you keep everybody in the know about pipe tobacco. So tell us, how do we get to Derek Tant's YouTube channel?
Well, thank you, Scott. Thank you for giving me the platform to talk about me. If you want to learn more about pipe smoking, sometimes cigars, pipe tobacco news, you can go to youtube.com/Derek Tant.
There you go. It's that easy.
I'm right there.
And coffee.
I'm right there.
Let's be real. You're going to talk about coffee on your on YouTube channel.
It's infotainment, Scott.
It is infotainment.
I try to give tobacco recommendations, beginner tips. how to smoke a pipe.
I forgot about whiskey and scotch and oh my gosh. Listen, go check out Derek's YouTube channel, Derek Tant. It's youtube.com/Derek Tant. He needs more subs.
I need more people. I need more people to watch me.
And if Bob and I had channels, we would tell you about them right now too. I mean, we do, but they're dormant. So anyway, all right, listen, that was the show today. The Bripe and the pipe, and we just tickled your fancy a little bit with the room. But go check us out on YouTube. If you're not watching this right now, go ahead on over to YouTube, subscribe to us. We're inching up. We're getting ever so close to another milestone on our YouTube channel. So go there, youtube.com. Is it / Hey We're Talking for us too, Bob, or just go check Hey We're Talking somewhere? It's probably not. We probably
just go. No, just go search Hey We're Talking.
Just go search Hey We're Talking. And then Facebook, of course. We'd love for you to join us there as well. And if you are interested, I say this, and the group is starting to grow. We do have a Voxer chat. If you don't know what that is, it's basically like this little chat where you can leave each other messages. It goes back and forth. We're having a lot of fun. We're talking about the room in there, having a good time. The group has grown. If you want to get in on the discussion outside of the show, you're more than welcome to do that. Just let us know. Shoot us an email at heywe'retalking@gmail.com. And if you're on Voxer, we don't have like an actual Hey We're Talking Voxer. But one of us will add you to the chat is basically what we're doing. Anyway, do that. Check us out on Twitter, all that good stuff. It's all Hey We're Talking or Hey We're Talking Podcast. It's not that hard. Right, Bob?
That's correct.
Okay. I saw him looking at something. I thought he was going to go, no, actually it's this. And I wanted to make sure I wasn't messing up.
Well, if you wanted to go to our YouTube page, it's youtube.com/UCX3TUBDYKP. Just search Hey We're Talking.
I think you
or Hey We're Talking Podcast.
I think once we get to a certain number of subscribers, they let us change it. Anyway, all right. We will talk to you guys on Wednesday, where there's a good possibility you may be hearing, oh, hi, Mark.